Hi everybody and welcome to my page again. I just thought I'd bring to you something a little bit different. I'm on Monday I was having a little play with my cards and I thought I'd sit and do a little reading, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna ask what's going off with the world and what's gonna maybe happen, and or what I would like to happen anyway, because obviously I've already done the cards, I've already set the cards out, and I've done it as the world. So this is for the world, everybody in the world right now. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to do a reading about the world and what is happening with the world. What is the world doing right now? And I've done it in a different way to what everybody else would normally do. I've actually done past, present and future. Because we do that sometimes, like there's 3 piles, but the past has only got 1 card. The present moment and what we're in now has got 2 cards. And then the future is actually got 3 cards. So yeah, it's kind of gone up in a row. So I thought I'm going to make this video. A few people have asked me to put it on as well. So yeah, so I'm just going to go with it and see what happens. I'm not sure everybody's going to agree with me when I get onto present moment. But I thought, you know what, part of it is my truth and part of it is because I've decided to take a seat back and reflect on the present moment. Probably because I've seen my cards, but I was actually doing it before I even seen these cards anyway. So yeah, I'm just going to start with the past because I haven't actually got long to read today anyway. I've got a lovely Reiki session later for myself, can't wait. So with this card, the first card, ignore what it says at the bottom because this represents protection and cord cutting and soul retrieval, but for me I'm going to cut that out. So what I see within this card, yeah, you've got everyone, well, there's some people that are with their eyes open. This is a past, remember, so this is the past of the world. And then you've got everybody else with their eyes closed, yeah, they're guarding the truth, so they're not seeing what is right in front of them, they're not seeing what has been happening in the world. Now some of us have, because as you can see, and this bit does represent the some that have been opened, that have let their guard down and thought, you know what, I'm going to take that step, I'm going to have a look. Now some of us are protected, and some of us have been doing the work, like myself. So some of us is like, so what it says at the bottom is, call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval, which this card actually represents my past because this is what I've been doing with me. I used to be in this darkness, yeah, the sun's not shining, it's covered up. So it's covered up because this is darkness. So this is about the past of the world. Everyone's been in this set darkness, yeah? Everybody's been having their eyes shut, not seeing truth. Basically the truth is just themselves. So they've not been seeing themselves and who they really are and what they could do with life and who they could be and stuff like that. They're not really seeing the world for what it really could be or what it really is, which is a shame because the world is actually beautiful and I love it very muchly. Part of me's not liked it for a long time, and I know if people are going to watch this from my Facebook, last year, because I do modelling as well, I kind of did a lot of expressions about myself but also about the darkness that you lot go through that you don't really quite understand. And like, I've been seeing quite a lot with the world, and I'm gonna say since I was 3 years old. That's quite a lot to take in for a 3-year-old, but I kind of saw a lot of stuff already that was just a bit like, I'm sure this is not life. Or not how life is supposed to be or lived. So I've been in my darkness, gone on that path, come out of the other end. Well, about to come out the other end. It's a bit weird because I'm kind of following, I'm kind of connected with 2020 at the moment and going through the other end of everything. But anyway, let's not talk about me. But anyway, what I was saying about my modelling was I was actually expressing to you all what toxicity actually is, and abuse, and what it looks like from a picture. And none of you actually understood why I was posting that on Facebook or on my Instagram page. And it was kind of like, well, you was doing this, you were still being blinded by this. So the past is being blinded, not seeing the truth, being kept in the dark. We've got that, haven't we? So no one really got me, well, gets me anyway, but there was a reason why I was posting it, right? So you could open your eyes and you could see, but everyone ignored me, and then came lockdown. It isn't actually all that bad. Everyone's just gone so negative on it, and even I have, up and down. Obviously I've felt my mental health go a bit. I've also got physical health problems at the moment, and it hasn't been an easy ride for me, let me tell you. But I've had to try and re-love myself again because my body's changed a little bit, and I've had to go through all the path again on learning how to proper love your body. And I might even put that as a task for people, or as a thing on an empowering thing I might do, and an inspiring thing I might do with the body. Because we don't look after ourselves. No one does, to be honest. Some people do, but then they're not looking after themselves in another place that needs looking at. So anyway, so you've all been living in the dark, and then came lockdown, and it opened up most of the people's eyes. I was like looking at all my friends on Facebook going, oh yeah, now you're awake. So that's the past. We're no longer there. There's still some people that are going through it, obviously, but eventually in the future, everyone's gonna be awakened. This is what most of us have come on earth for, to be awakened and to see everybody else wake up. Eventually, we're all believing and we're all wanting the full earth to be like a spiritual place, because that's where happiness is, that's where love and peace is. And for some reason we have a side that's full of destruction and hate, and that needs to go. That was never supposed to have been a part of earth, and for some reason it's become, and most of us are trying to get out of it. I mean, a 3-year-old can see that this world is so wrong. What are your children seeing? If I can see it at 3, and I did get lost, and then I got awakened again when I was 16, and then I got lost again. And it's like, I'm 36 now, and I'm like, I'm not doing that anymore. So I thought, it's time to do my path. So for the present moment, the world is trying to align itself. So all this stuff that's coming out about the world and not really being represented on the news, and we're all finding it through other research margins, is that the world is just trying to align itself. Like, there's so many of us spiritual beings that have been working on ourselves that much that we are all, mostly of us, are aligned. So because we're aligned, you have to think law of attraction here, right? Because we're aligned and we're aligning, the planet hasn't really. The planet healed itself while we was all shut off from it. Amazing. And it didn't even take long. It took weeks for Earth to heal herself. Like, that's amazing. But some people didn't even see that. They just kept looking at the government and what the government's doing. And I think maybe we're going to have to play along with that for a while and just cut off from it. I've actually cut off from what the government's doing because I just look at it and think, oh my God. But then I look at a different perspective of it. What if they're actually saving us from something that we don't actually know about, or something that they've not told us about? Like, we all know about this sex trafficking that's going off, and maybe they're shutting it not just because of a virus, but because of they're wanting to end things that shouldn't even be happening in this world. I mean, I actually knew about sex trafficking a long time ago, and sometimes maybe I've ignored it, and then all of a sudden it's come back out again. But this time it's come back out to the point where people are actually stopping it, and that is really good. So the world right now is just aligning itself. It's getting back into where it should be, into peace and love, hopefully. But what I'm going to tell you on the next card is, and some people, well, I'll say what the card says at the bottom before I go on the next card. So it says, what is not aligned? So align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? So what needs to change with you? Don't worry about the world and what the world is doing, because when you align yourself, the world aligns with you. And I know some spiritual people are forgetting a bit about law of attraction at the moment, and I guess I know we all want the truth to come out, and we're all posting about the truth, right? You're not going to like what I'm going to say, but I made a post the other day about what if we post something different, as in, do you know what if we just manifest COVID-19 to be gone instead of manifesting a lockdown? This lockdown was supposed to happen in June and it never really came, and since then everybody kept saying we don't need no lockdown, we don't need no lockdown. Remember the word don't. Don't need no lockdown. It's like, when you're saying stuff like you don't want, it's what we get. And everybody's forgetting about the spiritual practice of feeding the negative news, because we're feeding it and we are living by it, because what you feed you live by. And I think everybody's forgetting that. Yeah, it's good to have our own truths, and it's good to question those truths sometimes. Are those truths just a belief that we have in our head? Like, remember the government? The government are part of this past. They've got their eyes closed and they're just following the sheep, because they're following other people and rules, and they're just sheep with their eyes closed. Yeah? If you want the world to change, then a spiritual person needs to be a prime minister or a president. Do you know what I mean? That's the only way the world will change fully. If you have a leader that's full of love and compassion and has got no hate in them, well, it's got good boundaries. We all forget the boundaries one. But that's the only way it's going to change, if someone actually steps up, but not in a negative way. It's just stepping on things in negativity of your beliefs, and you keep feeding it and feeding it. And when we keep feeding this stuff, we live by what we feed. we're feeding it in here, in our belief system, and it's reflecting on our outer selves. So when we're feeding it so much, we're reflecting it. It's like a mirror. I know people aren't going to understand this, and I thought about this all week. Well, actually, since last week I thought about it, because I actually mentioned it to one of my friends, and they sat there and was just like, actually, I get what you're saying. It's like we're forgetting law of attraction. Like, remember when we post what we have already? So like, coronavirus isn't even here. I'm not saying it's not here. What I'm saying is law of attraction. Coronavirus isn't even here. Coronavirus isn't even going to affect me. Coronavirus is already gone. Keep believing in that, keep doing that. Guess what that's doing? It's manifesting it for it to come. It's manifesting it to say, coronavirus isn't here. What was coronavirus? Wow, it's gone. Hooray, we can go out and celebrate and be with our family again. Instead, everybody is just focusing on the negative side of what's not being told to us. But we keep feeding on it, and I get posts and inboxes every day, and I ignore them because you're wanting to put me back into that place of negativity, and I don't want that. Even if it is the truth, that's okay. That's okay that's happening. Do you know why? Because it will stop. But we have to step in and remember who we are as a spiritual person. We come on earth to help these guys to see the world for what it really is, to bring in peace and love and compassion, and all we doing is sending them hate. And I've done it. I admit that I've done it as well, and I've posted as well, and I've done all the fear. I can't even say conspiracy theories, because I do think it's a little bit like that as well. But then there is something, and obviously there, if people are dying, and it's like, well, how much for something to be real for you? Is it gonna happen to you for it to be real? Or are you gonna start manifesting better? Or are you gonna start posting on Facebook better? Or are you gonna look at the truth and say, yeah, this is going on, I get it, and then just leave it? I mean, I had friends in the beginning that knew everything about sex trafficking before it even came out on YouTube and on Facebook, and it was making them ill, right? And I literally sent them a message and said, right, you know what? This is making you ill focusing on this. You need to stop with this, because you're just going to make yourself poorly, and it's bringing negativity on you. At the moment, it's not really affecting our life if you let it. It's a bad thing. And I have sent energy, healing energy, onto those souls that have gone through that. Like, it's not, and it made me cry actually to see how many souls that was stood there. Was heartbreaking. And one of those souls was mine, but another story. But anyway, that's another healing thing too. It's one of my healing ones that will be coming on YouTube one day. We don't know. We'll see. But anyway, let's get back to the cards, shall we? I know everyone's not going to agree with me on what I've just said, and they probably get some mean inboxes, but I don't really care. I've chose to step back, go with the flow of life, because this is what the next card is. Like, dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Like, to put love and light energy back in. Repost different on Facebook and put love and light energy back on Facebook, and not the negativity. Yeah? Because if you do that, you're going to stay in this grey patch. We're dancing with life at the minute. We don't know what's going to happen, but they're in colour, and there's colour around us, and we're missing this colour bit out, and we're staying in the grey. Well, I've decided to take back my energy and my power and go with the flow of life, because that's what we was all doing before it even came. And there were loads of negative shit anyway before this coronavirus even came. Everything was there. You've just all been blinded by it. It's been going on for years. Like, since the 50s, most of it. What you don't know. Like, do you know what I mean? It's been going on for a long while. Like, souls, we've already been here on this planet before. We've already lived that life of what's happened before on Earth. We already know all about it. It's written within our souls. That's why we're here, to heal our souls, so we have not got the baggage of the past lives. That's why everybody keeps going in their past lives for. Don't know why. I've had to go through mine. Ridiculous. Anyway, future. So I asked the question of what is going to happen within and within the next 6 months. So we have this beautiful card here. So we're going to stay in this stagnant for a while, only if you don't change your energy, right? So we're going to stay in this stagnant for a while, the grey clouds, and then eventually we're going to be moving forward back into the love and light. And as you can see, it is the world card as well, because you've got Egypt in here, Atlantic in there, and then and it's a beautiful place. This is what Earth is trying to do. The world is trying to become a beautiful place again, and people are just not seeing that, I don't think. But for them to get here to do that, is people has just got to sit back, take it in, go with the flow with life, just go and live your life again, be happy, stay in your positive energy, and see the world change with it. Like, our world is beautiful, but people keep chucking rubbish everywhere. That's not a beautiful world, is it? When it's got rubbish everywhere. And then we've got another world card again. And this one is Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. So everything is going to be in divine timing. There's no rush of this. Everyone's going to have to be patient, unfortunately. And as you can see, it's the world card. Look, there's Earth, and then there's Egypt again, and then there's other little places around her with a healing light coming down, and then you've got little people, and they're all awakening. They're all wakening up to the new Earth. That's what we're here for, the new Earth, the new age. Isn't that a beautiful card? Won't that be great within the next few months, that is what is actually happening, but we're not going along with it? Maybe we're not going along with the divine plan. Or maybe we are, and we're seeing the truth and we're trying to get it out, but maybe we're not seeing this part yet. Because this is the part that we're supposed to get to. The love and light, and being pure and keeping with the energy, and just being in love with the earth. We're here to heal Earth and the people that are in it, and some people forget that, and a lot of spiritual people have forgot it as well. I mean, you don't make anyone change, but what you do is seeding the light. You're planting a seed. That's what you're doing. That's what we're here for. We're here to plant seeds and then let them go on the way, because everyone finds their own journey. Everyone does it. It's only I've just made up a Facebook group page to everybody can heal a bit faster. I've actually done tasks for people, and if you want to add that page, there's a group on Facebook called Self-Healing. Self-Healing, Self-Discovery with crystals and chakra work. And in there I just put a few, I am doing my own courses soon on crystals and chakras and stuff, and how I healed my own and how others can heal theirs. But it's also to do with how I healed. And I'm writing tasks, little mini tasks for people to do. Whether they do them or not, they don't have to. It's planting a seed for someone to take on their journey. That's it. It's just planting a seed for someone to take on their journey. And if people choose to do it, then that's great. If they don't, they don't. It's not nothing against me or on my back. I've already helped loads of people as it is. I have already had one person come to me and buy my crystals off me, and he's well on his healing journey. He's nearly there. It's great to see, and it's not took him long either. So the last card, are you ready? You'll love this one. Soul family. So after we've been separate for so long, we're all going to come back together. Look at this. Our families are going to come back together. Coming in. Yeah? So it's not all that bad. You just think it is because you're looking at the present moment and you're thinking, well, is this ever going to change? And yes, eventually it will change, but we just need present time, like we just need patience just to go with the flow. Take back your power, from the government, and just keep living as best as you can and in a safe way. And just I hope this reading was okay for everybody, and I hope what I said was okay as well. I don't know if people are going to agree with me on what I've said about the law of attraction. But yeah, we're just feeding into the government at the moment and what they're doing, and instead you can actually just step away from it. Like, you don't actually need to take in what they're doing. You could just leave them to it and let them plod on, and let them, I'm not supposed to, well, yeah, I can say this, let them get their own karma at the end of the day. It's just one of those things, isn't it, that we're just gonna have to say, well, okay, this is happening. Why is it happening? Can research why, can research the truth, can go forward, have your own ideas, have your own plans, because it's all about you at the end of the day, not what everybody else is doing. It's about what you're doing. What are you doing to change? What are you doing to be the best version of yourself? What are you doing to stay in your truth and stay within you? What are you doing? Are you being honest? Are you being honest to yourself about your beliefs and what's going on within you? Because not many people are, and it takes a long time to see that and to get there. It's took me 5 years to get where I am today, and I am proud of myself for that 5 years. It has been a long journey and emotional, and at times I now get happy tears instead of sad tears. So doing the inner work for me was a blessing, and there is things out there for us to do, to find. And yeah, I just hope my reading was okay today, and just remember, we're all star seeds, we're all here as one, we're not separate from each other, we're never ever separate from anyone. Even when you first meet someone and you get like a soulmate connection, but yet they're not in your life anymore, well, that soulmate connection will stay with me forever, because we were always meant to be together. Even if we move together, our souls are as one. So just think, like, everybody on this planet is the same. We're all souls as one. But obviously there's been some destruction in the past, and that's another thing about the past as well. What I have to say is, everything is old habits, everything is past patterns, and for some reason we keep reliving in the past of what happened in history. There's people out there that keep reliving it, keep staying in it, and they don't need to stay in the history of what happened in the past anymore. You can move on from the past. It's gone, it's not real, it's just a lesson that we all had to learn. And yeah, we don't need to be in the past anymore. They're all lessons, and obviously some of us have moved forward from those lessons and don't even do the things what past history has taught us in school. So that's what I need to say about that. So about past history of school, I can't say, alright, it's a load of bollocks. So yeah, when things will just come up to me and just be like, I can't say that, I'm like, yes you can. I'm like, okay. So yes, what's planted in school history, some people still live by them rules and still live by their beliefs, what they've been brought up on, and it's sad. And basically we don't need them beliefs anymore, because them beliefs weren't nice, they weren't a good way of living. So why would we carry on the process of living like that when it doesn't serve us? Yeah, so living in the past does not serve us, but we keeping the patterns of the past within us, even in our belief system. And it's like the society does not go back from our parents or grandparents of our beliefs that we have in our head. It goes back from years and years ago, through slavery, through everything, our belief system. And it's not just reprogramming us as what we were as kids, it's about reprogramming everything before we was way even born, probably from the 50s. And even further than that, that's what you've got to reprogram yourself from. Not just this lifetime, but every other lifetime. So, yeah. So, that's what I'm just going to leave you with today. Or that, wow. So, I hope this reading was okay for you, and I hope everything that I said was okay. It's my truth, and what's been come to me through the week, and my guys are connected to me as well, and they have pushed me a lot to start doing readings and start giving out my truth and start doing this. So I've got to go right now, so I hope that this was okay. Please like and subscribe my page, it would be very grateful. And yeah, and I'll see you guys again soon with another card reading, because I might do these more regular, like every 3 months or something, do a past, present, future on the world, because it was quite interesting to do. I've never actually seen anyone do that before, so I thought I'd give it a go. So I'm off now because I think I'm late, but never mind. So enjoy your day, guys, and remember to stay safe and take care. Bye.